Welcome to Carbon Online School. This video is to help you with logging into Pathblazer and to explain the features of your homepage. First, we need to go to thelearningodyssey.com. thelearningodyssey.com. Once you're at that site, this is the page you will see, and you will need to log in. There was an email sent, which would have had this video link included, but in that email you should have your student username and password. Your student name is generally your last name and your first initial, or a combination of your first name from your first name. And your password is going to be your lunch number 2 times. You may recognize that combination from when you were at the physical school. You need to make sure that the school is Carbon. You will have to type that in, probably only the first time, but make sure it says Carbon and then click Login. Once you are logged in, this is your home page. This is what you will see. You should see Hi and then your name as the student, so you know you've logged in correctly. You're not going to need the community button. There's no point in using that yet. But you may need to know, how do I get a hold of somebody who can help me? Maybe you have a question. Maybe you're having a problem. This is the way to get a hold of your facilitator. You just click the Mail button, and then you will see this screen. You can access any of your emails that you have received or sent, but you need to know, how do I send a message? Right here, New Message. You're going to click on that, and then you're going to click on the To button. You're going to see a list here under the name Creekview Elementary School. You may not belong to Creekview Elementary School. Your school may be a different boundary school, but for the purposes of Pathblazer, we could only list one school, so we just put everybody under Creekview Elementary School. That doesn't mean you're in their records. You're still in the records of your school, but just in this system, everybody will be under Creekview Elementary. Currently, Stacy Basinger is the facilitator for your account. That could change, and you will receive information on that when that happens. But for the meantime, click Stacy Basinger, Save Changes, and you will notice that that name is populated right there in the To field. An email will be sent, and then you can begin corresponding back and forth. You just come down here into the email box, type in your message, your question, your comment, and then go ahead and push Send. And that will send a message directly to that mailbox, and then back and forth you can correspond. If you have a message waiting for you in your personal mailbox, there will be an orange button right here, a circle with a number inside of it, and that's just indicating how many messages you have waiting for you. If you need to step away, take a break, not work on it for a little bit, just go ahead and log out. And then you can log back in, just putting in your username and your password again, making sure that the school is Carbon. Right here on the left-hand side are 3 buttons that are going to be handy, especially as you start getting into your assignments. The first one is a portfolio. This is where you can get a snapshot of what's going on with your learning. If you had completed any assignments in that login time or that previous time you had been working, they would be listed right here on this page. They'd show you how much progress you've made towards completing that assignment. If it was a completed graded assignment, you'd be able to see the score for that assignment. Or you could also come over here to the Assignments tab, and this is where anything that is being assigned to you is going to be listed. It's kind of organized in folders, but then you can push all the details down and you can see exactly what is attached to that learning or those learning tasks within that folder. If you're not sure what some of these little icons are, you'll notice next to them, each of them have a little picture. This little button right here that says Icon Key, if you click on that, it will show you. Here's a little picture. Oh, these are learning activities, and some of them that have a little orange dot are scored, and when they're completed you can go ahead and click on the score and it will put you right back into the activity, so you can see where maybe you missed a question or missed something, and it will show you what that was. The other feature on this portfolio tab is reports. You can get a lot of information from a report. You can look at specific subjects. You can look at the different types of activities you're doing in your learning, and you can find out for the last week, the last month, or for a specific amount of time how you're doing or what you've completed in that time frame. So this is a great place to check once in a while and see how you're doing as far as making progress. Anything that will be graded, which right now there are no assignments that have been completed and graded on this example account, but if there had been, this is just a basic gradebook where you can see what your scores are, what your grades would be for those specific tasks you've completed. The other button here that's going to be handy is a toolkit. As you start getting more content areas on your learning path, you're going to have some additional tools. Right now, math is the only one that may have some tools that you need as you start working in some math lessons, and not all of these will be appropriate, but there are some that will work and you may want to use them. It's kind of like having manipulatives on your desk. Instead of on your desk, they're going to be on your computer screen, and you can use them to help you understand some math concepts. Right here in the middle is where you're going to find your learning tiles. You can see we have PathBlazer Reading, PathBlazer Math, and then in a few days you're going to notice that you're going to have a blue tile that says Odyssey. This is where you're going to find more language arts, math, science, social studies, some of those other content areas. But for right now, the first time you sign in and for the first few days that you sign in, you're only going to see these two learning tiles because these are where we're going to concentrate for the very first several days that we're into our PathBlazer or our online school. Follow on the next video and I will explain to you how to work between the PathBlazer Reading, or what to expect as you get into PathBlazer Reading and PathBlazer Math when you first sign in.